Hello everybody, my name's Steph Eddy, and welcome to a brand new stream. We're gonna give it a couple minutes to kick off. There we go. I'm glad that they include some pronunciations, some phonetics. I'm gonna turn down the music a little bit. Okay, let's continue our search. Okay. Let us begin actually tackling some things. Let's go ahead and inspect the... Let's talk here first, and then let's go inspect the body for realsies. Or at least see how we can begin to inspect the body. Can I talk to you? Hello? Can I talk to you?
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
I have some questions.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Who are you?
Me? I am just a gardener.
Are you?
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else in her rigid posture.
Good to meet you, just a gardener. Another oh wait, no, I'm gonna press.
Is there?
The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong.
Yeah, tell me what's up. What are you doing here?
I am working.
On what?
I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
But?
Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Yeah, my bad.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
Gosh darn it. Always be forgetting to turn off my stupid phone ringer. My ring-a-dinger.
Salts? Ammonium salts. Perhaps useful for later.
Ah, if I get to the ammonium salts, I can go and approach the body. Directions.
Of course. Where to?
Oh, no.
No problem.
She's very well composed. Back straight.
Okay. I have to run now.
Of course. I won't hold you back.
She wipes her brow with the canary yellow glove.
If there's a corpse, then you're going to need those gloves for the autopsy.
Ew, lady. Can I take your gloves?
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
I love Good Samaritans. Interfacing. Oh, gloves. Now I'm just protected from all the dangers of society. Do you know anything?
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
I'm gonna keep listening. I'm gonna see if he's gonna say some worthwhile stuff.
From another planet. Hey there.
Hey there! What's going on here?
It's the jam, my man.
It's the jam, my man. He motions toward the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
What's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck.
All around clusterfuck, my favorite kind of thing.
Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long haul limbo for days upon days upon days
He glances south down the
upon
road.
days.
So how long you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Mazout is an antiquated term for heavy fuel oils. This man has a barely suppressed performative streak, or he just likes unusual words, or both.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Does he have tattoos on it, or is that? I think those are tattoos instead of a shirt.
So tell me, what do you need?
Tell me more about the strike.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Damn.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
What are they demanding?
Anything else?
Damn it.
Yeah,
I
this
accidentally
ain't
clicked the
really
wrong
my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
Not you?
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road towards the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Empathy. I got no empathy. What are you hauling anyway?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax. He's merely joking.
Great thing my rhetoric is good. Wicked. I've always wanted a friend in the underworld.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing.
Okay.
They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
Could I get one of those FALN tracksuits you're hauling?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
So, nothing illegal then.
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
Okay. It's noon. That's your machine right there?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket.
Found.
Maybe the A6.
Yeah, that a found A6 you got there?
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
Right, got another question.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
He said he'd been here about a week. Know anything about the dead man? The one hanging behind the hostel there?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
I mean, that's great. No, I just don't think there's too much. It's too deep. I think you get done thinking about that kind of fast, but you good on you.
Ask for his conclusion.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Damn. Alright. I want to know
It's
about
like-
the strike.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet.
What are they demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess.
Good on them, I guess.
I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes. from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
My man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Alright.
Anything else? Yeah, us lorry drive. Not my thing.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something.
I'll get some
warm and
empathy.
deep beneath a cool.
Don't be a stranger.
Okay, cool. Gonna check this. Empathy. Interesting. Well, salts. What kind of salts did she say? Ammonium. You got ammonium salts?
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
I'll do that when I have higher suggestion. Because I just want to find out what they got to say. That guy didn't talk to me. Those guys talk to me. Let's go give the body a shot. Okay.
There he still is, looking right through you with his
So she had salts. Might they be in her greenhouse? Here, I'll explore. Back up again this way. Rain buckets. Okay, let's go get this thing. Oh, this is the stuff. Restoration pillars. What's this? The doorway is going to collapse. What's this? Fuck it. Postcard. Depicts an ill-advised residential area overlooking the Jamrock Quarter. 13-story buildings line the hillside like sarcophagi, an ominous fog already rising from behind. These are the last boom years. In 39, the project fails catastrophically, leaving behind an opiate and hepatitis B infested slum. Very interesting. So, not good scenario, one bit. Exploring up a ways. I know. I think there's something that goes on here. Oh, health. And also fed. Okay, what? Oh,
Looks
gosh.
like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
This looks so perfect.
When the wind ruffles the cloak, you can most definitely see a white rectangle on its back.
You son of a gun! That's a cop's cloak!
Yes, it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment.
Shit, so that's mine.
You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
No, look around.
The wind is aggressive up here. The lieutenant looks at the enormous crane towering in the distance over the container yard.
Okay.
That machine is a Kvalsund 1020 HK.
1020 HK. Motherfucker. Now that's a huge crane. No, Kvalsund 1020 HK.
Is it? Kvalsund makes a lot of heavy equipment, but this is phenomenal, even for them.
I can see Kvalsund written out.
But I digress. We were focusing on your cloak here.
Yeah. I feel like if I go for that and I fail, I'm gonna die. Ooh, is that money? Yes, it is. Holy moly. Okay. There's gotta be another way I can get around to it. If I can get inside a building somewhere. Okay. Okay. I just don't want to die stupidly. That's all it is. If I find the salts, I can go inspect the body. That's what I need to do. I can pay for damages. Okay, how about this? I found an ad for a guy, like a paper, and it was a certain, like a window repair service. And I'm wondering if I could call them. Oh, I guess I'll explore this way a little bit. Old lorries. Haphazardly litter the surroundings. Okay, we got some stuff over here. Able-bodied men. Jump jams.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Announces the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago.
Yeah, idiot.
Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
Yeah, say it, buddy. Yeah, you tell him.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Let's see.
What he means is, fixation on the Revacholian nation makes it harder for Revachol to actually attain self-determination.
Okay, I feel that. He's right. You're undermining our best shot at real self-determination.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Rivachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
Fuck you.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense.
Ooh.
Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Fucking A, Kim. I got your back. Give a lieutenant the punch on the shoulder. Well, I think we all learned something here. Smile at the lorryman. Now that's settled. I want to be friends with Kim. I gotta let him know that I back him up.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lorryman spits.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively, a cigarette smoldering in between his fingers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some cargo, but the dock workers are on strike, so it's a sit and wait on your ass situation.
And what kind of cargo are you supposed to pick up?
Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of thing you'd say if you had something to hide.
Apples?
Yeah, apples. I take it you had other questions?
I found this mug in the trash. It was yours.
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
Is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
I got experience!
He doesn't live in Martinez.
Okay. What was that argument all about?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
I get it. Someone has to be the unpopular guy.
I'm not the only one. Look, I've read books. The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it.
That's kind of funny.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Yeah, I can really tell you're a prime example of the superior design.
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
When you stop aligning with a belief, he said, when members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, that's a fact. I don't know. That's interesting. It's interesting how that's an opinion. What's the problem with that?
The problem? The damn kips are showing a real good game lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other introduced species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Fuck.
Cultural victory? What is this then?
What the hell's cultural victory?
It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any motetos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves.
I'm gonna let him yap.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
I'm very aware that this guy is written as like a satire, but I want to like debate his point just because I know that, or I guess my opinion is, his whole thing is that you don't want to make new sub-races or whatever. Sub-races, that's so bad. But all humans are, like, I 100% doubt that any random person you meet, like, I mean, Ancestry.com, 3andMe or whatever, like, I know there's kind of like scammy or whatever, they kept people's DNA, but you're not just one race. There's no way you're just one race. We're all sub-races in some way. And he's talking extra competition. Competition with who? We're just humans. Humans are competition. And I just, yeah, it's interesting. Why would you see, like, I see two white guys, and they are competition for each other. They're the same race, though, but they're still competing for, like, money or whatever. Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself?
Don't push your luck, runt. Looking for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
No. I just want to ask you a question. What are you hauling?
Oh, not much anymore. I'm here to pick up some
kind of cargo?
Apples.
Apples is exactly the kind of
Sounds
thing
like a
you'd
cover
say
story to
if you
me.
had
Look, as detective. I come from a long line of lorrymen. We got ancient rights and privileges.
He loses his patience for explaining it.
Oh, I'm here to pick up a load of fucking apples, man. Just regular Koiko picked apples.
Koiko may be another derogative for a person from Grad, you think.
Oh, so they grow apples in Grad?
Yep, it's one of their main exports. They grow them down South Yekokata. A beautiful place. Got great scenic vistas.
In fact, Yekokata is a desolate wasteland whose name literally translates
Encyclopedia.
to Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. It features no scenic vistas and supports virtually no plant or animal life.
Yokogata is not in the south, and they definitely don't grow apples there.
Yeah? Says who?
It's literally in the name, Zone of Ecological Catastrophe. Obviously a translation of some sort.
Then, I guess they grow apples somewhere else. You can never really tell with those koikos. They're
What do you-
everywhere.
You keep
Except
saying
their own
Kyokos.
homes.
What does that mean?
He means the people living in Grad.
Yeah, you know, Grad Nix, Grad Volk. Those degenerates from Grad.
Yeah, but why the word Kyoko?
Cause that's what they're all called. Koiko Pichik, Loslav Koiko, Koikovich someone. Low self-esteem those guys have. Mind you, they look Occidental, but they are not really like us.
Oh, fuck. So it's an ethnic slur.
Hey, if the name and description fit by the very grace of nature, who am I to say otherwise?
So, well, no, I'm not gonna ask to see the apples. He hasn't picked them up. Apples, then, from Grad. Wait, no, that probably is closing the question.
Did you miss the part where I said they aren't here yet? Besides, even if I did have some, I wouldn't go putting my nose in them, huh?
He looks at you with a strange glint in his eyes.
Relax. You've got all you can get here. He probably doesn't even know what he's hauling, even if it is something unsavory. So he'd remain unaccountable.
True, but you said something about the rights and privileges of lorrymen?
Oh yeah, they're a big deal. My great-grandfather was a carter, had a royal license and everything. We've tried to hold on to our privileges.
And that's a privilege?
Sure fucking is. We have a guild and everything, huh?
Okay.
Very ancient, very prestigious.
So you're in a Carter's Guild.
Goddamn right. They've been trying to fuck us out of our heritage in the name of profit. But when they try to replace us, they'll regret it. Trusting street thugs with their goods is going to fuck them right up the ass. Mark my words. Generations of practice ain't no laughing matter.
Generations of practice. I always think that's weird. Freet. Let's check the trash. Oh, magnesium. Okay, there's the strike. Wait, I'm gonna talk to.
Yes?
You seem to be following me. Wanted to see. Oh wait, no, about the case.
Yes? What do you want to know? Good.
I want to find out about the salt. Lorries probably store fuel here, and how store booze. Wonderful.
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grad-made machine is well kept for such an old machine.
Look in the window.
The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia.
What kind of stickers and insignia?
The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. A large metal pendant hangs from the rear view mirror. The pendant features a sun crowned with wavy rays.
Okay, can I find out what that means?
It is a seal of Royalist era Revachol.
Royalist era revolution. Backseat?
The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. A book with ragged edges catches your notice. The front cover features a large, muscular man. The title reads, Man from Eamdal in the Lost City of the Pygmies.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia.
Okay.
Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
Oh, okay. You think this belongs to our tough guy?
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
Okay.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously, hoping it's over.
Can we go confront him with something then? I want to talk to this guy.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
The man yells toward the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everyone else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
No?
Good. We're fighting for a cause here. Right to work! Right to work! Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
What kind of cause are we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
Okay.
His manner of speaking is wooden, the tone of voice bland and uninspired, almost as if compiling replies from a set of learned phrases.
Okay. I'm glad I could kind of decipher that. Sir, I don't think I've chosen any sides yet.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers.
Yeah, we really are, as cops.
I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work! Right to work!
Oh, sir, I got some questions for you.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you!
He bellows to the gates.
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scott.
The loitering man hollers in return. Hey, what if I wanted to get into the harbor?
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss.
Listen, sir, I'm interviewing about a murder that took place near here.
I know nothing about a murder.
His reply is snappy and terse. Nothing?
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They'd do anything to stay alive.
That's right, it was them, though.
Right to work!
He again shakes his fist.
Cops
Turns back
doing
at you.
nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
This isn't my area of expertise.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity. Let us work!
Okay, but who are all these strike breakers?
Honest men and women with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily graying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
Right, so the scabs gotta feed the families. Okay, so it's hard to take a side.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were given a job to do!
And what's your goal, just to open it up?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you're unable to breach the entrance.
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guards blocking the way to the access.
Yay! I found a way!
And I don't mean the scrawny mess punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Wait, head measurer?
Huge Seminese guy standing up there on the overhead passage. Won't let anyone by. The access panel is right behind it.
Well, how bad could one by guy be? You seem quite capable.
Bad. Standing on a narrow bridge, he's got a strategically advantageous position. And he's trained.
Okay.
I don't know how the Union has a trained killer up there. But that one's no joke. And my men are tired and hungry. They're workers, not fighters.
Have you considered just like storming in? Like all of you?
Why don't you Go arrest them instead. I'm sure they've done plenty of criminal shit. They have that look.
Sure.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then, we charge.
The man rubs his jaw. A perfect, lightly bearded, square wedge. Alright. Thanks for your info, sir. Grih. This is what he was talking about?
Scab?
Asks a man with jolly eyes, tilting his head.
You're hazy on the notion of a scab. Smells like politics, though. Maybe it's got something to do with the flask he reaches for from time to time.
No, I'm not a scab. I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money."
He chuckles, then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the wild north? Come to see the strife?
I've come to Martinet investigating a murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
That's okay. I have no idea what I'm doing either. I don't even know what day it is.
Call me mañana.
Don't tell me. It's a better day that way.
I need to know what's behind these gates. I'm exploring.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
This mean you can't let me through the gate?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
Passage grants itself.
If it's so simple, why did the scab leader warn you of the guards blocking the way?
That simple? Just walk in?
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Past
Yeah,
Measurehead?
the 2.5-meter tall Semini supremacist there. Walk right past him,
Right.
then press the button to unlock the door,
Uh-huh.
then go past him again,
Okay.
and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
So you're saying it's really quite difficult.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation. Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Have any of the scabs tried converting to his worldview?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Got it.
Sure,
Another thing? Gotta get moving. I'm not gonna ask for money. This is 3 T's. Where? Oh, hey, look. In case of a strike, press button behind guard. A hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means. There's no lock picking or door kicking. This one. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbor. Measure your head! Can I measure your head?
Nobody betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Size him up.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
What if I let him psych himself out? Puff out my chest, still say nothing.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
He looks down at you, taking stock of your physique.
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely.
Damn it.
Your breathing is erratic. Your own heartbeat in your ears grows frantic, and you feel your blood pressure rise.
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend.
Damn it.
This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
Shit, I wanna... How do I conform? My body does not betray my degeneracy.
You have succumbed to Al Ghul.
Your face contorts in disgust as if you were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Alcohol, I assume. I don't have a problem with Al Ghul. I just drink a little on the weekends.
Your mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al Ghul. You are but a vessel for the Ghul now. Very little of yourself remains.
I haven't drinking much, or at all.
Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Ham sandwich race.
Does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
Does this remind you of someone? Dude! I could get a racists! A race battle! I could get two racists to race! That fat racist over there? You're just him after pumping some iron.
Look at my craniology. I am the pinnacle of my haplogroup. The pink blob is a bad example, even of yours. It saddens me. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
I can't even talk to her, so there's no way I can use her to help me.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
This is going nowhere. I have a plan! I'm gonna go talk to the other racist. And I'm gonna go tell him what that guy thinks. And he's gonna get so mad, he's gonna go up there and fight him. And while he's fighting him and getting his ass kicked, I'll just click the button. That's my idea. Got my gloves on.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to...
Argument?
It's about not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. I'm not just racist. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally. So, lately we Occidentals have experienced an unfortunate down. This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant.
Thomas Ryan.
The damn kids are showing up good lately. same with the mosquitoes.
Oh, I already
Cultural
said
victory? What is this then?
It's true. Also, you need to realize
I think I can get down with the racism.
Good. If we, the evening people, pull together, we can form a bulwark against these troubled times. Root out the
Okay, so I'm
forces that
aligning with the
undermine
racist
the
driver,
well-being of our people.
as I planned.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's stern expression remains unchanged, but you sense he can't be happy about this.
I'm trying to
turn of
tell him to go
events.
fight the guy. Why can't I see you around, bitch?
Looking for something odd?
No, let me talk to you. Okay, he wants to talk to me.
When you said before that you were down with racism, was it meant in earnest, or were you just trying to win his confidence?
Yeah, I was practicing the time-honored technique known as the lie.
I suppose that's a relief. Just be careful how often you avail yourself of this technique. A lie may be useful in the short term, but I have a way of catching up with you later.
Okay.
We know a lie, sire, and it didn't feel like one to us. He chooses to believe, though, for now.
And one more thing. As you've seen, these sorts of attitudes are quite common in Martinez.
So
I
I'm
expect
actually
this to happen
racist?
again and again. I've had this conversation enough times in my life. From now on, I'm going...
Okay. I don't mean to like quick save and load all the time. I do not want to make that a regular thing. But I did it before I talked to this guy because I needed a plan of some sort. And I did it completely wrong, and then I accidentally pretended that I'm racist. And that made myself racist.
Nobody.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays
So
his
let me try to
degeneracy.
completely align with this guy. What do you mean my body betrays my degeneracy?
You have succumbed to Al Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al Ghul emerges
Kim.
from your throat.
Is it really so bad?
It's not good.
It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk, and drowned.
You're right. I'm an alcoholic. Now I need to enter the harbor.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink.
Oh, does this remind you of someone? The guy down there?
Can I say the race stuff is unimportant?
Begging for help. Attempting to. You
Can I
get.
say
You
that?
don't. You will be.
It is bad.
There is a button right behind him, just out of reach. It must be the one that opens the door to the harbor.
Can you move about 20 centimeters back?
It is my task to keep the degenerate drunks from entering the harbor.
Yeah, you're right. So just let me enter the harbor.
Enough with this. Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you.
Thanks, dude.
The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
There may be a peaceful solution to this. You could
Yeah!
analyze Measurehead's race theory. He would take you as one of his own.
Dude, that's a good idea.
The best idea.
Can subscribe to his advanced race theory.
What kind of races there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Measurehead, I am new to this world. Help me understand its races. I need to know what kind of different races there are.
Do you?
This is for the thing.
The lieutenant looks toward the harbor's electronic door.
Okay, good, you
And
bought it.
then, to you, he lets out an audible sigh.
You are obviously a liberal, Sayerlight. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race. Type A, the heroic races.
Heroic races?
Type B, the servile races. And the vile CF race cauldron of pederasty. Which one do you need, classification on.
What? Could you tell me about the vile CF race cauldron of posterity, please?
I knew you would go straight for the vile cauldron. Everyone does. You need to first learn about Type A and B to
A and B.
appreciate the depravity of the chimeric races.
Sounds fair.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, it just won't make any sense.
Shut up, you frickin'. She's like one of those toys that you speak to and it repeats it back to you.
Yes, it would seem nonsensical.
Then let's start with Type A.
Those are the Simonese, the Areopagite, and the Occidentals, excluding the Maun, of course. The Maun are riddled with eczema to the point where they find it impossible to smile. They are all lactose intolerant, a common result of inbreeding. A receding genetic pool has led the Maun on reprehensible street parades in Maun cities like Stadskanal and Vredefort, wearing wooden clogs on their feet and little green tassels on their hats.
Wait, who exactly are the Mon?
You know them by the names of their nation states: the Oranese, the Gotwaldians, and the Königsteiners. My people simply call them Maun.
Sure.
Mahun is a derogative term for first world people of Gotwaldian descent. They do
Okay.
not all have eczema. Also, people of Katla, like the Suru and the Huhu, are much more lactose intolerant.
The wooden clogs, though?
In some municipalities of Oranje, people do wear shoes made of wood to street parades. Green, orange, and even yellow tassels have also been seen on hats.
Wonderful.
The Maun are proof that you can have too much Occidental racial purity and tassel-centric culture. Inbreeding has led to a lactose-intolerant subrace whom no one can take seriously.
That's very interesting, Measurehead.
Colorful tassels are, let's be honest, not a good sartorial choice for this century. You might want to avoid wooden clogs too.
Good to know. Okay, got it. Who are Type A then, in your view? In the right view?
The Vespertines and Messenians of Vesper and Messina, the ancient Meteorans of Meteo by the golden Pisantic Sea, the Suren of Sur-la-Clé, and even the North Königsteiners, all have Type A race propensities.
Okay.
The other large Mondial civilization, the Mesk, are too yellow and oleaginous to count as a heroic race. True, they are violent and expansionist, but they have a glandular problem.
Glandular? Glandular.
Overproduction of sebum. Sebum is leaking into their brains, making them listen to El Mariachi music and eat toxic minced meat-based food, which in turn only produces more sebum.
Sebum? Is he talking about Mexicans? El mariachi? And toxic minced meat? Toxic minced meat is like spicy ground beef. Because it's toxic, because spicy is a poison for plants, like a defense for plants. Capsaicin. Okay, and who are the Seminese and Ario? Also, I want to just put out there, this game is incredibly racist, or at least the game isn't racist, but it has characters who are incredibly racist. I am not, and I don't align with his views. It's simply so that I can get him to be nice to me. Sometimes you gotta pretend to be racist. Like when you go to Texas, are you gonna be wearing the gay pride? I guess if you go to Alabama and you're wearing a gay pride flag as like a cape or something, that's just, you gotta know your audience. And I'm doing the same thing here. I'm wearing a racist flag. There are many racist flags, but I won't say which one, so I don't align myself with any specific view. I am simply playing a video game. And who are the Seminese and Areopagites?
As proven by the Maun and the Mesk, Occidental Type A is in retrograde.
Okay.
The Seminese and the Areopagite are on the ascent.
Why can, if their whole if they can change tiers, then why can't... I don't know, it seems so odd. And the Seminese continue receiving wisdom.
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Simonese are powerful, mesomorphic. The
These
former is
Seminese.
an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls.
Slender skulls. Is that like the ancient Mexican tribes that like squished their brains together and made the long ass skulls?
The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite or Simeopagite super race.
Super race.
That is all. There are no more type A races in the world.
Thank you for that beautiful, amazing explanation. What about Type B?
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Khoikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
The Khoikos of Grad, Yugo, Zhimsk, Shest et al. Are what you would call white, officer, in a suspect description.
So are they mud-colored or are they white? Mud-colored?
To an untrained eye, the Khoiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich.
He's so obsessed with ham
Look into
sandwiches.
their eyes and you will see.
He squints full of sage wisdom.
They are of an distinct muddy color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, sweaty, and ashen.
Okay.
Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking alcohol and smoking the degenerate tobacco and for eating potato.
For drinking our ghoul, smoking tobacco, and for eating potato.
The Khoiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are
potato.
all inexplicably obsessed with potat.
Potat.
The only thing they like more is dividing into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba.
That's one hell of an analogy.
Wouldn't he be one for ethnostates?
You don't like ethnostates?
They are microscopic. The Semeno-Areopagite superstate will cover the entire remaining planetary crust, uninterrupted. From Holy Semenine to the Boreal Plateau of Katla. Its leaders will be the genetic epitome of the Simonese and Areopagite stock, elected by nature, not the base inert spoilage called demos.
And the Vacholiers you mentioned?
The Vacholians, halfway between Type A and the Racial Cauldron. Two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
It's very interesting to look at like human history and human warfare as all racial, but you know it stops at some point because you begin having countries like America or Great Britain that are very mixed race, fighting wars. So it's more about nationality than ethnicity in our modern world. About the country other than your genes, I think, is more important. So it's interesting that he looks at it this way.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea
I was gonna
of
say-
what is happening. But that's
I'm not sure what their history is different from ours. I'm assuming it's the same history, just kind of warped a little bit in the future or something. But yeah, 82,000 years seems cool. No. Go away, stupid political thoughts. Come here, stupid political thoughts. The revolution sounds like it was perpetrated by degenerate marauders, not all the people of Revachol.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zara's ridden potato carts. It is literally an illness. A prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia.
What?
The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Khoico to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade routes and potate acid.
Potate
the
acid?
prime component of the potato plant.
You're making shit up, I think. I'm not gonna say it.
Enough of Tibet mediocrity.
And the CV, please?
TIPS
CF
are a museum of failed chimeric experiments and tragic maladaptations.
Okay.
They are tortured creatures waiting to be put to sleep. Your morbid interest in them.
You started this whole thing by saying people always ask about it. Yeah, better not go into it.
It would be cruel to entertain ourselves with their deformities. Were there any able-bodied races you needed education on?
No, thank you. Now that we've been through all the types, do I understand advanced race theory?
You understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved.
Let me word this shit. How do I word the mystery?
You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me. This clarity does not come instantly.
Okay.
I cannot possibly
Knock him out.
what else we have to discuss, Tibere Vasholian. Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
You serve the Union, don't you? Aren't they white?
Don't be vulgar. White or not has got little to do with this. The race enigma runs much deeper than that.
He turns his eyes toward the harbor, seemingly bored with you. Yeah, but you still serve them. How does that factor into your life?
Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means. He has the will to confront polycultural capital. Something your race, naivistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic.
I'm no communist. Communism's pretty cool. Individualism is my jam. My jam is a mysterious fourth thing. Individualism is my jam, though.
Jam. Individualism. You have gotten these ideas from degenerate youth culture, have you not? You have picked them up from rock and roll songs?
Youth culture does not affect my thinking.
Of course it does. You are a degenerate individualist and a rock
Damn it.
and roll rebel. A pawn of international finance, just like the rest of your ham-colored race.
Ham-colored.
I am not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Seminoles race.
Oh wait, no, I already know this.
Measurehead stoically looks to the distance.
Okay.
It's clear you like the hard stuff, Brota.
What? It sounds like my stomach is growling.
Evening falls. The time has come to take the vow.
Vows?
The vows are blood and flesh.
What are you going on about?
Lower intestine. The term is metabolic and circulatory system.
Metabolic circulatory. What's hard stuff?
Fascism, Brota.
I'm lost. What's fascism?
You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota.
Is this talking about alcohol? I think it's alcohol. I'm not gonna be plagued by an upset stomach.
There's a slow, painful growl somewhere in your intestines, knocking on your alcohol-engorged liver. It is one of betrayal and disappointment.
Okay, I was right, huh? I'm not a drunk. I'm a police officer. Oh, that's right. I need to the halogen watermarks. Put the advanced race 3 idea into a free internalizing slot. That's how thinking is done. That's so... What? Oh my god, I could have been doing that from the beginning. I lose a drama? I guess that's fine. Let's internalize this. Can I also internalize this? Okay. Oh. And then solution will be something different. A massive... Okay, I guess I just think on that one for a bit. Okay, bonuses from thoughts. Temporary bonus from research. Temporary bonus from research. Well, I'll think on that one. Okay, let's go check out the halogen watermarks. Because I actually remember what that one is in reference to. Or not that I know it, but I remember exactly, specifically what it's referencing to.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
How do I turn on the headlights?
All right. Ready? I turn, you press start. It's next to the preheater.
I turn, press engine
The
start.
dashboard lights up with orange glow. The rounds per minute gauge jumps, and the engine of the Caprice Canadian comes to life with a whiny growl.
That was not a good sound.
Like a leopard waking from its sleep, yawning and roaring at the same time.
Press the button labeled headlights.
The lights unfold with a little click, casting electrical light onto the ground before the vehicle.
There you go. I'll turn them off from the remote once you're done. We just need to stand in front of the machine now.
Okay. Standing in front of the machine.
As you hold your ledger's clip under the headlamp, an iridescent hologram appears. A street grid and the veins of a great river. A familiar sensation.
A map!
There she is. Revachol West.
There's a note of pride in the lieutenant's voice.
Around the borders of the watermark are dozens, no, hundreds of micro-perforations.
Shimmering street grid.
The rectangular watermark is overlaid with the logo of the RCM, and yet the major arteries of Revachol are all recognizable. They shimmer in the Kanema's headlights.
Wait, look around you.
A rat brazenly darts past you and disappears amongst the stopped lorries. In the distance, a child somewhere shrieks. A woman reprimands her in a voice no quieter than the child's cry.
Ah, Martinez.
Where are we on this?
Let me see.
He takes the ledger for a moment and inspects it.
Right here.
Top of the map, on a segment of coast jutting onto the ocean. I'm sure I've seen worse.
Oh, yes. Coal City. Le Royaume. The burnt-out quarter.
Okay, and the perforations?
There are many of them, and they are divided into 3 separate rows.
Tally up the rows.
The first row has 18 dots.
Not bad.
Not bad for what?
Yeah,
You don't
okay.
even know what it means yet.
What about the next one?
The next is the longest. It runs all the way around the border, and then some.
Count them.
You count 216 perforations. Considering that nice, large number, A wave of pride washes over you, though you can't say why precisely.
What about the last row?
The last row has 3 perforations.
There's 3?
That's it.
Kim, what do all these holes mean?
Those are perforations. They represent your record as an officer of the RCM. They are your statistics, as it were. I should have guessed you'd keep a record. Officers often do. Let's take a look.
I hope it's not bad.
Alpha male officers who are proud of their numbers often do. It's meant.
Okay.
The first row represents your years of service. 18 years. Okay, not bad at all. What did you do before you volunteered?
Do you really think I have any idea, dude?
Fair point. Let's move on, shall we?
I guess I could have said something.
This next row, the one that
Damn
wraps all the way around, is your number of closed cases. Closed is good. It means finished. You've got, let's see...
216.
Wow, more than 200.
216.
It's quite a lot, even for someone who's been on the force for nearly 2 decades. Usually, clearing more than 10 cases a year puts you in the 90th percentile of all RCM officers.
So you're saying I used to be fucking super cop?
Call it what you want. You were a valuable member of your precinct. Now, let's look at the last row.
This is gonna be bad. 3.
Right. Those are your confirmed kills. You've got precisely 3 perforations there.
That's not too many.
For an RCM officer, especially Precinct 41, which is in the Jamrock quarter, it's rather tame. I mean that in a good way.
Damn, I've killed 3 people. That's a very interesting way to add that into a game and make that part of your character.
There are certain officers who treat their kills like some kind of ghoulish game. If they do happen to solve a case, it's usually by accident.
I have an interesting thought. At the beginning of the game, I chose the thinker, the smart one. And I'm wondering if I chose like the strong character, I would have more kills and less solved cases.
But it seems as though you are, or at least were, one of the
Fuck
good
you.
ones. So we have that to be thankful for.
Have you ever killed anyone, Kim?
Yes,
How do you handle the strain?
everyone has their own method of coping. Some more effective or self-destructive than others.
It gives you a meaningful look.
Personally, I find it helps to keep up a few hobbies.
Maybe I should find a hobby.
Why not gardening? You've already got the gloves.
Thanks.
The lieutenant nods.
Okay, let's go.
Right. I'll go turn off the lights.
You can now see your statistics on your journal page, to the right of the task description.
Name unknown, rank unknown. Interesting. Okay. It's weird to be able to see all that done. Okay. What did I need to look into? Empathy? I'm gonna put 1 point in empathy. And I believe is this guy who I talked to? Somebody here needed empathy.
Hello again, my man. What's on your mind?
8. Shit. I just gotta find like some clothes or something. Let's explore this way. A bold slogan, Humanox, covers the truck. Is this like a monument?
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods.
Who is this?
A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane.
That's a wonderful family line you have there, sir.
As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
Oh, crater story from Renee. Okay, I'll just hit it.
Even by the standards
2 ones
of
will
the
make me
Philippian
lose.
kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy.
Profligacy? That's the first word I've ever had to look up playing this game. Reckless extravagance or wastefulness in the use of resources. Licentious or dissolute behaviors. Okay. I'm glad I could learn a word. Profligacy. Profligacy.
Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the suzerain of Revachol.
Dude, and he spent all the money?
His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he blow through the entire national treasury?
Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices.
Bro's the original Scrooge McDuck.
He called it the Sol Auron. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
Like, it's kind of funny. Like, well, he is the king. Yeah, hold on. I'm going to question that. There's no way that's true.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine.
The what now?
You see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
So he was addicted to nose candy. A bloated druggie?
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later. Right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
So he's buried now in the Insulindian... Wait. That's a lot to process.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms.
Alright, and where's he buried now?
Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay.
What happened to
Thrown
the
there,
statue?
the original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn of the century revolution, when Martinaise was leveled.
Leveled?
Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces.
Who restored the monument?
Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city.
That is kind of fucking... mean.
The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
That is funny. So funny and nihilistic.
People in Martinaise tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists.
Fuck you. It's funny.
Those critics might have it wrong, though. There's more to it than just ironism, but you can't say what precisely. Perhaps this art mystery will be solved at a later time.
Ooh, interesting.
Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
What did I think?
Wow, you work hard.
I do?
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
I guess I do, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like a horse. A workhorse. For hard work.
What hard work do I do exactly?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
I fucking ride till I die, bitch.
That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop, and a sprinter, and a money printer.
I guess I've made some gills short.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself.
Asking myself?
Are you rich?
No, I'm fucking not.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
The fucking taxes, man.
That's right. 100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze. Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate that is Revachol?
Wait, I thought there were no taxes.
You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus, there's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here. The Gotham estate's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking...
It's taking...
98% of all your money.
Oh, are you sure? That seems like a pretty big number.
What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having bloody nipples?
Where do I opt? I'm gonna opt in, but a little. Bleeding nipples are kind of a pain, but how will deregulation help with that?
It's all about the tax issue, hustler. No other problem in the world is as pressing as top marginal tax rates. And don't you fucking forget it.
Did I just make that up? Okay. Indirect modes of taxation. -2 empathy, cold-blooded. Let's internalize this taxation. Oh, who are you?
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. The photo, an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'd like to ask some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
I don't think this is gonna work, or she might kill me.
Wait,
Okay,
she's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
okay. Thank you for stopping me. I wasn't sure if I had to do that or not. Oh, box. +1 physical instrument with the tank top. A wife beater. Was that wife beater? White tank top. What's my shirt? +1 conceptualization. I don't really need a physical instrument, but it's nice to have for when I do. No one lives here anymore. Oh, what's this? fuck? 66. Jumping around this way. Foreign car. Is that money I just saw? Yes, it is. 60 cents. Oh, okay. Just a loop around. Go check out this one. I clicked on it for some reason. Okay. I'm gonna ask her about the salts. Fuck the police. Wait, I'm the police.
Hello again, officer.
Yeah, what's the fuck the
How are
police
things?
business?
Excuse me?
The street says fuck the police.
Oh, well, I didn't write it there. I'm just
Hey.
sitting here.
What about the other sign? Pigs go home. Who are the pigs?
I don't know anything about that either. As I said, I didn't write it.
Pig is a widely used term for members of the police.
Interesting.
It's not
I knew
loving.
that, but my guy doesn't.
No need to worry. We are not saying you did.
Okay. Well, I didn't.
Okay, let me talk to the business owner and see if I can find some salts. Do you have salts?
Hello, sweetie.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Wait, does that mean you like me?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that silly dimple on your chin.
Oh.
But dear, you're not for me. I'm too old and too married besides. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained.
I wasn't saying she
I
liked me.
completely
Like,
forgot
liked
to
me, like
introduce
me.
myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses as she looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Sweetie needs money. Do sweeties get money? Fucking, I can hire her? You seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
Just gotta say it.
A paraplegic is someone with limited or no ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height.
Sorry, it was rude of me to
or
mention the
a
wheelchair.
grenade
We
explosion.
should move on.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
How do you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse.
Kim, of course, I forgot I had you.
Yes, and it seems to me that you do well to stick close to him. He has the look of an upstanding officer of the law, someone you can lean on. And, sweetie, you are looking unsteady. And even if he weren't there, I don't think you'd have much use for me.
Why? 3 heads are better than 2.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down.
Why do I feel like there's a quest to get her some, like, fucking robot suit?
Perhaps another time.
Okay.
Of course, dear.
So she might be an assistant when the time comes. You got salts?
Can I help you?
Here's your trash container key.
Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for.
I found the victim's clothes.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Who else has keys to the trash container?
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road. Thank you anyway.
I'm not gonna...
Yes?
I've seen something here at the Whirling, Gart. I think I need to talk about.
What thing?
I saw a sign that the mess hall is reserved for the Union.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
Fuck you.
We should find
I'm trying
out
to
who
find
this
my
young
money.
faction is occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info.
How do we find them?
We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
I thought I saw a sign that said 16.
There are these things called days. You sleep between them. He's saying they'll come after you've slept. Just making clear you got that.
Thanks.
What?
Something else?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the Whirling later.
Oh, okay. Bye. Salts! Do you have any salts I smell?
A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Kubek. Please. It's not funny.
Hello, sir. Have any time for questions?
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
You got some impressive pots there.
He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. It's almost like music, especially with the sounds of assorted dishes boiling and simmering on the stove.
Stay masculine. Spices, tobacco, spices, alcohol, and tomato. Salt? Salt? No.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock.
I wonder where this door
blue.
leads. I'll be back door. Mark my words.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care?
I need salt!
The winch. Outside. In the backyard. Remember? No? Your fingers do.
There is a winch outside on the roof, like that of a small elevator.
Well, if there was a winch, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
It's hardly a side investigation. You already have a name for it.
No, the door is a mega investigation. I'm calling it Behind the Blue Door.
It's hardly worth a title. Anyway, Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Try to push on the door.
The door does not budge.
Touch
The
door.
cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel door is flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe. It leads to a side building, adjacent to this one. The old building next to this, half ruined. Whatever is behind it must be older.
Okay. Gart, can I go in the blue door and solve this mystery?
Can I help you?
I saw this thing.
Another thing. Great.
There's a mysterious
I love
blue
those.
steel door in the back of the kitchen.
Oh, yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it.
Do you know
It's
what's
just a
behind
door.
it? Do you have...
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. junk and dust.
He runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
I think you'd like to know what's back there.
Fine, okay, a little. But my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?
What if I use a crowbar?
You see a heavy...
I put on this. And... right. Okay.
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent...
Darn! No breaking in for me. Have I fought? Not. I'm halfway through thinking about advanced race theory. Have I spoken to this fella?
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
No, not now. I shouldn't.
Oh, excuse me. Do you have something better to do than lust for sweet syrupy rum and lemonade? With a twist of lemon? Maybe lime. Maybe who cares? Just rum?
No! My thought's over. I should just have a lemonade! Anybody got salts?
The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. Somewhere inside. This door can only be opened. Still no answer.
I'll leave them for now. How about this one? Okay. Oh man. Kim, don't look.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after 9 p.m.
Okay.
A mirror hangs on the wall, covered in steam. You cannot see yourself, just the outlines of a man. You have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
I want to wait till I finish some thoughts before I go about messing. Oh.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore. The man is finding it hard not to trip on the tape, and not to send any of the bottles rolling across the floor.
Okay.
Where unidentifiable sludge makes it hard for him to breathe. Smells of vomit in here.
Sorry for this.
No problem, officer.
Looks like he'd like to leave. Yeah, okay. Let's bounce. I'm gonna knock harder on this door. Do you have salt?
The door is still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance.
Fuck you. I mean, thank you for being my conscience through this, but... check my this one. Ask Kuno. Inbox. Okay. I'm gonna ask Kuno. I feel like he's a good one to ask, as he's been by the crime scene the whole time. Kuno!
Can't you see I'm throwing rocks?
Okay, I got a question.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
You kids often play in this yard?
Right, Pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
Man, the dead man's clothes were in the trash container. How'd they get there?
Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit is beneath Kuno.
I need to know. It could have been a lead in the investigation. Someone may have tampered with the murder scene.
Listen, listen. Kuno doesn't care about this small-time shit. Just listen. Kuno saw what you did there, dumpster diving. Sad shit.
Fuck you.
Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good price. 500 real.
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
Wait, hold on. I asked you what happened to his clothes. You must have seen them laying around.
Look, Kuno ain't seen shit lying around, except for that up there. Now, you want performance gear or not, Grandpa?
The lieutenant remains silent, but his expression couldn't say, "I told you so," any louder.
Entertain me, Kuno. What's so great about these pants?
Pig, these are found modulars. Liquid fit, performance crotch, urban survival shit. Made in Mirova by scientists. Pants scientists.
Pants scientists.
Believe it, you need this shit.
He unzips his jacket to give you a quick peek at the plastic-wrapped pants. They're graphite black and look brand new.
These could drastically improve your chances of survival in the urban wilderness.
Okay.
Coach Physical Instrument endorses these pants. They are tartan ready.
Okay.
They will also make you into an idiot.
Ah, interesting. I don't want to know about the tampering. You don't know anything about the tampering I'm investigating, and I already have pants. I have cool-ass pants.
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for fouling anyway, Pig.
There's also this mug in the trash.
The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again?
It's a racist mug. Let's back it up a notch.
Yeah.
Back out and take your fat ass with you.
What's in the greenhouse over there?
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
Wait. She used to work there?
Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit's nothing to Kuno.
Wait. That gardener, the one by the Warren and Rags?
Look, Kuno doesn't explain shit. Kuno just says shit.
He looks you in the eye and nods as if agreeing with himself.
Yeah, her. What was she doing in the greenhouse in March anyway? What kind of gardening is done in March?
Interesting.
Fish is sometimes used to fertilize the soil a few weeks before planting something. Maybe she was preparing the garden beds.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask
Yes,
her about
it
that.
seems suspicious. You don't like things being like that. Suspicious.
You climb that ladder?
Look at that fucking shit. You're trying to get Kuno killed.
So you would say that the glider is unclimbable?
Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno's not a fucking acrobat.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Might have
Yeah,
questions
whatever.
later.
Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Hey, I gotta ask. Who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, Pig.
The boy points to his chest with both thumbs.
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Interesting. You refer to yourself in the third person to distance yourself from the situation?
Kuno doesn't do that smart shit. Don't throw that book shit at Kuno. Kuno knows you're lying.
Okay, I'll be stupid with Kuno.
Trying to get Kuno hooked on the book.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you!
The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire alarm.
Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the windows overlooking the yard.
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
I got the Kuno.
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
I'm gonna leave.
Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno beats the shit out of you.
Yeah, that's right. Drag your fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you.
Jesus. What happened to your parents? Oh!
Bang! Got fucked by the Kuno. We alright? You wanna get fucked again? Come back.
He dropped my morale. That's crazy. He insulted me so hard, I actually was offended. I got insulted by a
Hello
child.
again, officer.
Tell me,
How are things?
what have you been doing in your greenhouse in March?
Well, this might be the last snow we get. At least I hope so. Snow has nutrients in it. Helps everything green up in the spring. At least that's what my grandma always told me.
She smiled shyly.
Yes, think about the cute grandma, not the weird snow.
Squint your eyes and look at her intently. What nutrients?
Nitrogen and sulfur mostly. And whatever factories and aerostatics exhale too, I guess.
Okay, let's see.
Stop looking at
Let's
her.
go.
Look around. What do you see?
A traffic jam?
That's right. And the canal, the bookstore, the harbor gates. This is a great vantage point for keeping an eye on you.
Noted, but I'll keep it to myself.
Glad to have been of service. Now you know the locals are keeping tabs on you.
The locals are keeping tabs on me. The locals are keeping tabs on me? What? How does she get into the greenhouse? That's my curiousness. Let's look at the stuff on the ground.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
What kind of boots?
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails, all over the yard. Isn't this something an industrial worker would wear?
Lieutenant, workers' boots tracks.
Noted.
What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud.
Damn,
No pattern
I am
emerges
super
for the
detective.
time being.
Interesting, because if we knew how many, that would be very helpful. You know, I'm yet to go inside of this store, so let's go ahead and do that.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Are you the owner of this store?
I am. the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
The girl out... Your daughter is the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl?
Yes, of course.
Wonderful! Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great! On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
10. Very polite and helpful.
My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
I get she's a trooper, alright. She looks like she can take it, but it's actually wearing her down. You know she's been biting her nails?
God. I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
I don't think she can do anything about it.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
Okay, Mom.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
What you're doing is wrong. Even I know that. And I usually don't know anything, even though that's a lie.
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change. She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole.
Amen.
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologize. She must be freezing out there. There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
Is this husband Annette's father?
Yes. My husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
Grand Couronne? What's that?
It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighborhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects.
Okay.
Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
Okay. And your husband's involved at the bookstore?
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Super silent. Almost inaudibly so.
She told me she doesn't go to school anymore.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course.
Okay.
I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
Okay.
And hell freezes over? Never mind. It's not a good topic to get into.
Okay, I had something else in
The
mind.
woman looks aloof. Her features...
Can I buy a book?
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to brow.
She smiles and nods.
For now. Let's take a peek at these books. Gift books and molten candy. Old sportsman's magazines tucked away in a dark corner. The book collects national recipes of Arda. Recipes of Arda. They are all about to take lake trout.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
Out of the rain and into the gutter.
What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar? I helped her in. What are you doing now?
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found something while you were away.
What is it?
I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
The hat of Dick Mullen. A detective hat?
Yes, just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that.
Oh, man.
Right, I have to get back to my homework now.
Okay.
Before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
Okay, bye. See you around, Annette. Let's check out this hat. Oh, +1 encyclopedia. Holy moly. That is slick.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Look through the pile.
An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katawak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral, Cavern of Velkrag.
This is obviously like D&D references, right?
Books in a board game section? Who wants to read books?
Anything that catches my eye?
There's a box that says Wirral, 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel notes, a fantastique adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. A sticker on it displays 25
Who
real.
am I gonna give this board game to?
That price is steep, but then it's the 3rd edition Mega Setting Supplement, so it makes sense.
Okay. So there's a board game I can buy. What's this?
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyamdal somewhere.
Or do these books and teach me things? Look through this way.
Rows and rows of Hyamdala men blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hyamdal and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hyamdal, Return to Hyamdal. And the solipsistic Man from Hyamdal and the Hyamdal Man.
Good God, how many are there?
Maybe 100. Man from Hyamdal and the sages at the end of the world.
Is that all?
Not even close. Man from Hyamdal in hell.
Do
Man
any of the
from
books
Hyamdal
call out to
and
me?
the forest of
Pain
slaves.
threshold.
Man from Hyamdal, nothing of interest. Only silence and the cosmic background pain radiation.
Tell me about the Muscle Man books.
Oh, man from here. Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
Sounds good. Which one should I start with?
What does it matter? They're all the same. However, the customer is always right, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hyamdalaman, the man from Hyamdal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
Okay. Wait, I wanted to see.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes.
Wirral.
There are
Interesting. What's back here? A secret back room?
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Shopkeep. What's behind the curtains?
Nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you,
I call
urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Examine the stage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
I already know who the Seminese are. Those things.
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fishhead charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Ignore the curtains for now.
Advanced
race theory! Bah!
Everything is calm in the eye of the race storm. Your mind is lucid and bright. The mind-bending phylogenetics appear more distant and, to be fair, a little ridiculous. The great race mystery has cleared up. All that's left to do is verbalize your thoughts. Go and talk to Measurehead about your newly found insights.
What's my bonus? +1 conceptualization. The mystery is mostly aesthetic. Very cool. Oh my god. But then I can't. Oh. That's so. I can only have so many thoughts. That's fucked up! I can only have so many thoughts. That's bizarre.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name Dick Mullen over and over. A couple of spook novels hide amidst all the detective books. Thrilling tales of spycraft and daring do.
Look to the display.
Crime fiction is a disgrace. An asinine misrepresentation of the physical attributes of the arduous everyday work of actual police officers. These books greatly overstate the excitement of police work, glossing over how long it takes to actually follow up on leads and eliminate dead ends. What's more, they completely ignore the psychological hardships of year after year coming into contact with people during the worst days of their lives.
That's kind of true.
Not a single mention of all the stress this work creates upon the officer's family. Detective fiction just doesn't tell the truth at all. Now, would you like a list of all the books found on the shelf?
Oh god, no.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels.
Leave. Let's see this. Tome of Fascist Magic. Rather candid. Giant picture book brochure. Very colorful.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety. Browsing through all the... Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye.
Odd title
It
is my
reads,
favorite.
High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook.
What's it about?
High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called the Anti-Star. He's famous for shooting morphine into one of his eyeballs and cocaine into the other.
Good lord.
Next to that, Rivasholian radio personality Guillaume Bevy.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading. I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are.
Yeah, I want to look through all the books. I just kind of want to see what's up. Another boring book.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime. Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance.
A wub.
These three things are very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
How does that work?
It serves platitudes, while also telling everyone that traditional medicine, the kind people don't have access to, and which costs more than this book, is garbage, and would only give you cancer anyway, without even curing your cold or anything. Wholeness, unity, balance, on the other hand, can basically take care of anything. Though it is important to note, when it's up to your mind to heal yourself, then it's because of your mind that you're ill in the first place.
I'm gonna keep going into this. Does it say anything else?
The book features chapters on topics such as how to find magnesium. It even lists plants you can harvest magnesium from. How to continue drinking if you're an alcoholic who has destroyed his liver. And there's even a chapter on the ancient Seraïs tradition of using duck gallbladder preservatives to treat and prevent sexually transmitted diseases. Pre and post factum apply. Nothing worth buying.
Okay, thanks. And this one. Maps?
Several maps have been attacked. The maps look old and faded. You're up the north coast, up to the east, Huron, It's somewhere to live. Not bad. Then there's Jamrock. It's bad. People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Forberg. It's almost as bad, and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst. You feel you're just west of Coal City. Somewhere about
Just
Jamrock
west.
and close to Coal City.
Okay. Well, that was certainly very useful. But now, everyone knows the most interesting about fascists was their magic. Is that a joke to Hitler? A joke, a reference. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to the big racist about race theory, and he's gonna see that I'm a real smart one. Wait, do I know? Can I tell this guy about race theory?
Looking for something, Hunt?
Okay, wait.
Looking for some... not the most popular topic nowadays with the coalition. Suit your...
Okay, I wanted to see if I could, like, school him on race theory. I could go in here. Yellow roses. Tulips, too. Melancholy pop song plays.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around
Frit.
or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
What magazine are you reading?
You mean this?
She looks at a cover boasting a colorful photo of two girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Okay.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Forget about that. What's the fashion police feature?
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
Who's the numero uno guy in there right now? Does he look like this? But my hat.
No, I
Fuck!
don't think so.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
What's Frit?
I don't know. Frit?
Now what is Frit?
A 7 to 11 grocery store.
And why is it written with 3 T's?
I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
The story goes that normal Fritta, with 2 T's, a men's workwear shop in Vredefort, was already taken. So when Fritta Retail Inc. grew into a multinational corporation, they had to add an extra letter to avoid trademark infringement.
Okay. Questions for you?
Okay.
Does you have a warehouse?
I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
But I'm the cops. So, do you have a warehouse in the back of the Whirling and Arax?
A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
Come on, give us something to work with.
She looks up from under her brow.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
Can you tell me anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there,
What do you think
but,
happened?
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay.
Thank you for your help.
Uh-huh.
Take a peek at
You
everything.
see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed.
I'm good. What's that?
A colorful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind
No! I
of
mustn't!
These are weak. There, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love, alcohol.
This is not a good place for a recovering addict.
Guess not, no. I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But I guess you already know that.
Bye. Do you have salts?
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
What about this?
A small cabinet on
Oh!
the wall is filled
Salts!
with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Saint Baptiste Pharmaceutics logo. Their logo is the bloodless rose, pure white,
Bloodless
untouched by harm.
Just ask me if you need anything from Saint Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, Magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
Okay, never mind. No salts for me. Where to find salts? I will be finding a new area right now. I've thunked it! Sir, I've thunked it! I've figured it all out!
The unpromising race pupil returns.
I think I know what the race enigma is.
And?
Let me just think on this. Everything is calm in the eye of the race storm. Your mind is lucid and bright. The mind-bending phylogenics appear more distant and, to be fair, a little ridiculous. The great race mystery has cleared up. All that's left to do is verbalize your thoughts. Go and talk to Measurehead about your newly found insights. This dump is ready to be superseded by the Aeropagite superstate. I can serve as a clerk in your administration. Maybe you need a cop?
Everyone can see that. It has
Baby, don't be mean. Yeah.
anything for you, babe.
It's not 1. It's not 6. This racecraft is what rich people want us to do while they get all the money. Not 3. 4 is just something you shock with liberal and progressive people. Not 4. It's whatever you want it to be. It's 2! Paradoxically, you plan to supersede the Occidentals with their own race theory.
Look, babe. The mignon of law is also a racist. But his racism is basic and rote. He thinks he has solved the great enigma by describing a road mechanism of scientific competition.
So
The basic race education he received in high school has led him to think his phylum are the sole authors of race theory. An esoteric study reaching back to the ancient mass society of Pericarnassus over 4,500 years ago. Basic racist. I take pity on you. You clearly want to enter the harbor bad. Like a little boy who wants to go on the potty. I can press the button for you. It will open the door.
That's all I wanted.
Very well. You may enter the door once. Our race conversation here has concluded.
Finally. Let's go.
We did it! Wait. This door? Okay. Every worker equal member of the board is written at the top of the flyers. And at the bottom, the union logo and demand democracy. This is a Dewey typewriter. The model name is on the back. The standard office file cabinet. The drawers seem to be locked. Someone left the coffee machine on.
On second glance, someone has forgotten to properly close one of the drawers.
Very good.
It's unfortunate for the Union to just leave their paperwork lying around like this.
Let's take a peek.
The drawer opens smoothly. Inside is a well-organized selection of brown folders.
Let's take a peek.
Hundreds of documents containing logistical data. Two kinds of transactions stand out. Materials coming into Revachol from the outside world, from Muindi, Grad, and even Ilmara, and the same materials being handed over to companies inside Revachol, Kuron, Coal City, La
Anything
Delta.
interesting?
It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates, quantities, and percentages. You try to focus, but the lines are getting blurry. The drawer
Come back here
slow.
later. I funkled.
Indirect modes of taxation. Turns out, those Financial Oversight Committee gangsters stuffed millions of hard-earned dividends away in the last place anyone thought to look. The hearts and minds of everyday Revacholians. You need to spread that deregulation gospel to the people. Tell them about that foreign fair tax. Preach that 98% gross burden. Preach it, preacher man. Set the brothers free. Taxes are racist.
Hell yeah. Bonuses? Ultra liberal dialogue options give +1 real, -1 empathy. Thinks he's a hustler or so. Fuck. I don't want to do this now. I'm not a hustler. I'm just me. Guess I gotta spend a freaking point. Book la fume. Let's see. Interact.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
Antlers?
Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. They represent a society in accord
Friesel?
with the natural. Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Thank you.
To your disappointment,
see.
there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention.
Darn!
Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections. International developments.
I'm gonna put it away for a moment, just because I don't want to read it all. I want to check. What's that? Another postcard. Salt. Neat office shades. Magnesium. The shades items. Oh, I can sell the postcards. The postcards are for money. Glasses. Neat office shades. Well, I'll wear them because I know I can do a visual calculus thing. So I'll go do that, but if I have
An imposing combination of a punch clock and a payphone is looking down at you from the wall. A note on the side says, tokens unavailable due to strike. Use change.
I don't know what to call right now. Strange buzzing sounds. A giant ass print on the pillow and a pattern of coffee rings on the armrest. A giant ass print on the giant ass is somewhere here. Oh, we're forced into talking to the union leader. Uh-oh. Oh! I got my jacket.
The tarpaulin cloak is still hanging on the railing. The white rectangle of the Revachol Citizens Militia is clearly visible on its back. As your fingers touch the tarpaulin, it almost feels like the cloak wants to deliver a message of comfort through your fingertips.
Great. Esprit de corpse taking the back streets, shivers, know thy neighborhood. So it's a jacket. Esprit de corpse, Esprit, okay, so this will just be better for me. What's this? Rainwater. What is over here? Is somebody tossing stuff out the window?
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, René Arnaud. Listen, it's okay to take a few minutes to yourself. Sit down and have a breather.
No, I'm gonna search the booth.
If you must. But please hurry. We are pretty easy to spot up here.
Okay.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye. The cabinets are clean and their sparse contents meticulously organized. There's a framed photograph on the table. It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera.
Why did you take that picture of René?
All these answers are so bad. I'm a cop. Things should look like
Fine.
evidence.
But let's move. I don't want to be seen snooping around here.
Okay. Boom and boom. Cool. Price 121. Okay, we will talk to the union leader, but this stream I think has gone on for a good amount of time. We did make it up here. I feel like I've made some progress. But yeah, I think that'll do us for today. Thank you all for coming and watching. As always good to have an audience, so thank you very much. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. You have a great rest of your Saturday. You have good weekend plans. I am actually not going to be streaming for about a week, taking a road trip for the 4th of July. So I'm off, and we're going to get back to it next week on the 8th. But I got some shorts always scheduled to come out, so those are going to be stuff. Yeah, one more time, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this great episode, and I shall see